Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. We're going to be doing a whole recipe demo for Memorial Day sides that you can bring to your barbecue or party or just eat by yourself if you want to stay indoors and do nothing.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
My name is Joshua George. I'm a dietitian over at Cooper Bariatrics. This is Josie Raum. She's a dietitian over at Cooper Bariatrics as well, over in Voorhees. My background's a little bit different. I went to culinary school first. We do cooking classes for firefighters for outpatient. We do it for 610 WIP. We do it for our patients as well. So we're kind of extending what we typically do with them for you at home today.
Yeah, my background's pretty much the traditional one. I went to school for nutrition, and now I just pretty much stir things for Josh and hand him ingredients and pretend like I made them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So today we have 3 things we're going to make for you. For Memorial Day, we think barbecue. So we're going to do an Eastern Carolina barbecue shredded chicken in a lettuce cup with a mango jalapeno slaw. And then we're going to also do a Jersey tomato salad or Jersey corn and tomato salad with a white balsamic vinaigrette. And then to finish, we will do a lemon custard with a mixed berry compote with a orange vanilla whipped cream topping and toasted hazelnuts.
And all this stuff can pretty much be done by most skilled or unskilled chefs in the kitchen.
So,
hence my role here. If you know how to cut things up, that's predominantly the main thing here that we're doing. So it should be easy for you to impress your guests.
Yes. We're talking about different substitutes and things that you can do differently at home. Great thing about cooking is you can always substitute things and still have a similar product. So it doesn't have to be exact, unlike baking where it's more like a science. So to start off, we are going to do a South Jersey corn and tomato salad. So the recipe is attached, or should be attached to the link, or will be available on the blog, which we'll give you later on.
This is going to be great for just like a lot of color in your dish. So we're going to have greens, reds, you'll have like the purple and the red onion. So it's going to look really pretty too, which is a really big thing for Josh. He wants his dishes to look so pretty.
Yes.
And I just don't care. I'm like more the rugged one of the group here. But it'll be very easy for you to bring. It's nice and light too. So sometimes we get feeling like with the heat, everything's kind of like heavy and bogged down.
Potato salad, pasta salad, the heavy burgers. All the
you kind of worry about how long has it been sitting out, but I need to eat it because like Aunt Karen brought it and she asked me if I ate the pasta salad or the potato salad, so now I know I'm getting food poisoning, but it was really good, Aunt Karen. So we want to give you an option to give to Aunt Karen as well.
Correct.
Okay.
So this salad is very low in calories because of the multiple vegetables we have in it. So ahead of time, I peeled and de-seeded some cucumber and diced it up very fine. I have some Jersey tomatoes that I just cut up into small dice. I have some red onions, some green peppers, and some Jersey corn. You probably can't get away with like frozen corn. It won't have the same. Fresh corn has like a nice pop to it, a nice sweetness, especially Jersey white corn has a nice starchy, kind of clean finish.
It's a little sweet,
yes,
which is good. And if you don't know how to de-seed a cucumber,
you cut it in half, take a spoon, and just scrape it.
Scrape it down with the spoon, get all those seeds out, and then you're left with what you're going to cut up into like small little diced pieces. Remember, everything's just bite-sized, how you would want it in your salad.
Correct. All right, so our Jersey corn tomato salad is very simple. It's just vegetables. For our vinegar, we are using a white balsamic vinegar. Why are we using white? What's the difference between white balsamic and like black or dark balsamic vinegar? It's a different type of grape. So they're using red grapes for balsamic, and they're using white grapes for white or green grapes.
And it's a big flavor difference.
It's a little bit sweeter, but more importantly, it's not going to turn your whole salad black. It's going to keep it white, so you still get the flavor of balsamic.
So, yeah, I didn't think about that. Well, that's why you're the head chef.
We're good.
And I'm the lovable Sue. Or not so lovable. There you go.
We're also going to add salt and pepper to this and some chili powder, and that's about it. We're going to toss them together. The longer the salad sits, so if you make it like an hour ahead of time or the night before, all those flavors will meld together, so you get a nicer finished product.
I feel like anytime you're doing some kind of like vinegar, like a balsamic vinegar dressing with like a couple seasonings, like you make your own dressings at home, the longer they sit, it really does make a big taste difference, especially if you're tossing it too. Everything kind of takes on that taste, which is really good. So if you can at least be a couple hours ahead of time with the party planning. You would want to start making this earlier rather than later, though I don't think it's like absolutely necessary.
No, it's absolutely. You make it right ahead of time.
You know.
You can also grill the corn if you wanted to have like different flavors, or grill like onions and grill the peppers to kind of get a different taste and texture to it.
Just char the outside.
Yeah. You do roasted corn. You can put it in the oven, roast it, some salt and pepper. Like I said, don't use frozen. Sometimes frozen corn, you get like that outer shell gets like kind of tough.
No, it's like mushy.
So, yeah, it's not that great.
Like that bad mouthfeel.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have some fresh basil we're going to add to it as well. So fresh basil.
Ooh, show the trick with the basil. What do you do?
So it's called, the cut is called chiffonade, which translates to like thin ribbons. So that's what you see on the recipe.
Remember this to impress your friends.
Yes. So we're going to do the same thing with the mint as well. We have probably a good stack, a good like 8 to 10 basil leaves because we have a nice big bowl. Try to pack it as kind of layered on top of each other, and then you can fold it over and kind of roll it up.
Like a cigar.
Like a cigar.
For all those people that roll their own cigars.
For all those people that need to quit smoking. So you just cut it nice and thin, and what you're left with is like a nice ribbon, thin cut, so it looks really pretty when you mix it in the salad. You have these nice big streams of basil. We're also going to add mint to this too to kind of give it a little different kind of taste. Mint and basil are in the same family, so that's why it kind of tastes similar. So we're going to add a few...
Wait, that's my roll. My roll is handing me
Thank
things.
you.
Please don't take that away from me.
Sorry.
Thank you.
So the great things about herbs and spices and adding them to different dishes is you can add a lot of flavor without having like a bland food. Most people think that healthy cooking is like bland and gross, like steamed broccoli or poached chicken.
Yeah.
But if you know how to use herbs, spices, different seasoning blends, you can make something that doesn't really taste healthy, but it's calorically it's great.
And having that like nice, fresh, or stronger taste will help you feel fuller sooner because you're really appreciating like what you're tasting. The flavors, you're kind of stimulating your mind like, oh, I'm eating something. That's why like hot, spicy food, sometimes people won't fill up on as much. So by using your fresh herbs, that'll give you that same taste. So it's already a low calorie dish, but we're already making it even more flavorful by adding the mint and the basil. And you can now just pick up, like run out to like your plant center or your Lowe's and you can get your basil and...
Yeah, it grows like weeds, so you can grow it in your backyard and it'll kind of take over. And then you can make like pestos or keep basil frozen or do different things with it.
Yeah. And then you can tell people that you... Not sell it, that you got it from your garden. I'm all about impressing people and not doing a lot of work, as you can probably get from the setup right here.
Alright, so minced garlic we're adding to this too. You can use garlic powder if you wanted to, just won't have that same pungency as like fresh garlic. Garlic in the jar kind of loses its pungency, so it's not as strong, so I always try to use fresh wherever I can. If you go to any local ShopRite or Acme or wherever, they have the garlic that's already peeled, so you get like cloves already ready to go. So it makes it very convenient, so you don't have those like thin papers and everything to go with.
You don't even have to clean your garlic press.
Correct.
I'm coming off as very lazy. But can you tell us about how you chop the garlic on the other end of your knife? Because you know it's my favorite part.
Alright, yeah, so so if you use the blade of the knife, you end up getting like big chunks of garlic. So if you actually use the back, if you have a nice knife and it's a nice broad, like thick back, you just use it the same way as you use your knife. You don't have to worry about cutting yourself because it's not sharp. And you get a nice like fine minced garlic without having like the big chunks and have to keep running through it.
Yeah, because I don't want to get a big chunk of garlic in my salad and then like kill whoever I'm conversing with.
You just want to be careful and remember that the blade is up. We did a cooking demo at a firehouse where like a congresswoman or something like that she wanted to show a picture of her chopping garlic, and she had to put her hand on top, and I was like, no, don't cut yourself. So just be careful. Alright, so we have garlic. So in this bowl, we have some fresh Jersey corn. White corn is going to get better as the season goes along in July and August. We have some Jersey tomatoes. They're greenhouse tomatoes, so they weren't made from the farm or grown on the farm. They're still Jersey tomatoes, so we'll take it. We have some cucumber. We have some red onion, some green pepper. I think I put shredded carrot on the recipe, but I forgot it, so we're not having it. But
you can absolutely add it.
Yes, and you can also add zucchini or squash, whatever else you want to add to it.
Anything to like keep those colors going.
Yes, and then we have our chili powder. Chili powder, we're at about like a tablespoon or two. We have a lot of vegetables here to coat it. It's not that spicy, so it'll be okay.
I was a little concerned.
We also have our salt and pepper. I make my blend, it's 2 parts salt and 1 part black pepper. You can make it however you want it. If you want it like really peppery, you can always add more black pepper.
We got a question.
You got a question?
Yes. How long
Nice.
does fresh garlic keep?
Good question. So fresh garlic in the jar, if it's packed in oil or water, it keeps pretty long. If it's fresh garlic, like if I were to cut it just like how I did it and I showed you, I kept it in the fridge, probably what happen is it'll start to turn green. So you probably get like off put by the color of it.
When you have it,
Probably
just
like
like
2
I
days.
usually keep my garlic on my like in a little garlic hex. It's really
Yeah.
cute. But sometimes it does grow.
Yeah.
So
We have like a green plant coming out the other end.
So I'm like, oh, I guess I haven't been cooking for a while. But I don't think it actually goes bad.
No.
In that
It'll-
sense, it will just
everything
like
goes
not. You're just gonna like
Everything dies. So
Everything-
the garlic is
just to
if
keep
it's-
things low
right.
key morbid.
Yes, if it's a garlic clove and you haven't cut it, it's gonna last you, I don't know, in that packet that they sell it, it's probably good like 7 to 10 days or longer. Once you cut into it and expose it to air, it starts to oxidize. It starts turning
So a
fairly
couple
quickly.
days after that.
Correct.
So once you start
that's it.
cutting into it.
Yeah, I'll say like
a
2
couple
to 3 days. But if you buy it like how we have it, and you just use 1 clove at a time, it should be pretty good.
It usually tells you on the package too if you get everything.
Yes.
If it starts growing itself, it's probably time to get some new garlic.
Exactly.
From my personal experience.
All right, so salads. What gives salads? How is this healthier? What's the difference between this and like another Jersey tomato salad you can make? We're not putting any fat in it, so we're not putting any oil or anything. We're just using a touch of vinegar just to kind of bring out that nice, fresh acidic to it. And then the salt, pepper, the basil, the mint, and the other great vegetables together, you're gonna get a real nice taste of what the vegetables should taste like. It's not just soaking in like a fatty sauce or fatty dressing.
It's true, we're not having any oil, so
No.
it'll taste like pretty fresh the whole day too.
Correct.
Mhm.
It looks like I put like a heavy hand of salt and pepper. We have a lot of fruits and vegetables in here. I'm comfortable using it. So if you're not, you can always add more. You can't take away. So if you over salt something, you're pretty much done. Like you have to start over.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done. It's over.
So
Start
take your
again.
time with it. So you
Disappointing
don't
Karen.
did too much in there. We're adding about a couple tablespoons, maybe like close to like a quarter of a cup of white balsamic vinegar.
Is this my turn to stir?
Yes, your turn to stir. Do not spill any of it.
Okay, I got it.
All right.
All right. Right
So,
here? Like
yes.
this?
Use whatever you like. I'm gonna wash my hands. So a quarter cup serving this, or a half cup serving, is how many calories?
I would say you're definitely under 100 calories for this. The corn has a little bit of starch, so we would consider that. I would say you're about maybe anywhere between 30 and 60 calories, depending how much you...
So for a half cup serving, wrong.
Right.
It's 29 calories.
30!
30. You said like 60, right?
30
Half
to
off.
60, but you know what would be nice to add to this too if you wanted to? You could probably add some beans to it
There you
if
go.
you wanted
Add
to
more
get
protein
creative.
to it?
Yeah, add a little bit of, well, I mean, this is good fiber, but you can always add a little more fiber by adding some beans, some black beans, or...
Right, so we're cutting the starch of the corn, so we're keeping the calories down because most of the calories are in the starch of the corn. So we're adding more vegetables to add bulk to it, so your serving size will have a lot less calories per serving. With the green pepper, the cucumber, the red onion, that's all adding bulk and not adding a lot of calories.
Yeah. This looks really good, Josh.
Yeah, so
Wow.
it's nice Jersey corn and tomato salad.
And you know what?
We'll
It
taste
made
it.
it look so much better. The way that I stirred it.
It is. It looks great. Just we're trying to eat today though.
Wow.
So we
All right, there
All right,
it
so
is,
that's
guys.
the first thing. So that's
Take
a
it
Jersey
to
corn
your-
tomato salad.
This is my lunch today too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Okay.
move it right over
It's
here.
fine.
Make some room.
All right. So the next thing we're gonna do is we are going to make our East Carolina barbecue shredded chicken lettuce cups. Go get. It's called Smoke and Spice. It's a barbecue book, and it has a bunch of brines, a bunch of powder seasonings, so on and so forth. So East Carolina barbecue sauce is good because it's a vinegar-based sauce. So you're not having any calories because it's all 0-calorie vinegars that we're gonna add to it.
As opposed to something like a Memphis
Correct, like a tomato sugary, correct.
sweet sauce.
Right, so you can find different things. So quickly, we're gonna add. Here's a bottle. There you go. Josie's gonna fill it up halfway with rice wine vinegar. Rice wine vinegar is 0 calories, and it's a sweeter wine or sweeter vinegar, and it's not as acidic.
This is definitely not wine.
No, it's rice wine vinegar. Then we're at apple cider vinegar, equal parts, and then we have some cayenne pepper. We have a pinch of salt and pepper,
That's good.
and some minced garlic, and that's all we're gonna add to it. Oh, and I'm sorry. So we have a sweet too. Our sweet is our monk fruit. So
What is monk fruit?
Monk fruit is a sugar substitute that has, it's made from monk fruit. It's a 0 calorie, all natural, perfect. Don't fill to the top, fill it.
Okay.
So monk fruit is just another sugar substitute alternative that you can use. It is 0 calories, kind of like stevia or truvia. Has more of a fruitier aftertaste than like a chemical or like a plant or herby aftertaste.
Yeah, the aftertaste is what really bothers people about like Splenda or even like the sweet and low. But a lot of those, like the stevia and the monk fruit, people do like to cook and bake with, or even make their dressings with too, because you won't get that. You'll still get that little sweet tang, but it won't be anything like that's still hanging out in your mouth.
Right. All right. So, we're plop our garlic in here. This will last for a couple weeks because it's just vinegar and garlic. We have our chili powder. Cayenne pepper.
You lied to me.
Pinch of salt and pepper.
You told me it wasn't cayenne.
And monk fruit. All right, so we're only adding like a tablespoon of monk fruit to it. So again, you're getting like a acidic, a sweet, a salty, a spicy, a garlicky. It's got a nice like balance of a.
Here, I'll shake that up. You wash your hands because your fingers look crazy.
Right.
And this will be nice because you're obviously going to make a big amount just to make your own dressing. So, I mean, we use something like this, which you can get in most of your stores, and you can have this now for like just to have in your fridge for your own salads at home. So, if you're doing something like this for Memorial Day, obviously you'll have leftover stuff to keep using throughout the week and so on. And then it's actually like so much healthier than getting those like other dressings from the store. You know exactly what's going in it. It doesn't have a ton of preservatives. So all around, and it's cheaper.
Yes.
It's cheap. So along with being lazy, I'm also cheap.
You steal from all
I don't do jalapenos, but
So
if you like jalapenos.
So we're gonna make our jalapeno mango slaw. It's not gonna be a creamy based slaw. I think I screwed up the recipe. But we're gonna do a vinegar-based coleslaw now. So it's gonna be mango, jalapeno. We have the coleslaw mix, which is shredded carrot and shredded cabbage.
So nothing fancy there. You can literally just pick up your coleslaw mix at the store as your base, and don't have vinegar splash in your partner's face when you're moving it. And then we'll just be adding some things to your coleslaw, so it'll just kind of create like a fresher mix, something a little bit different than your typical like the mayo based coleslaw that you find at Pride, which really isn't that exciting. It's just like something that's a staple now in a lot of our picnics, and I'm not sure anyone's like, ooh, let me get some more of that coleslaw, you know, but it's always there. So
big experiment and try different dishes, kind of spice things up. Jalapenos, it's not that hot for some people.
It's that hot, and I am that person.
The smaller the pepper, typically the hotter it is. So you're finding like smaller chilies or like ghost peppers are like really, really hot. Jalapeno, especially fresh jalapeno, you get like the little bite, but it also has like a fruitier type of like peppery finish. We're not adding that much. We're only add like a tablespoon or two. We have our fresh mango. We're gonna add our salt and pepper. We have our apple cider vinegar. And you're gonna mix. What you're gonna mix?
I thought we were using this. Is that not?
No, that's for the chicken.
Oh.
It's all right. We're there. We're getting there.
Okay.
So you can toss that together. What that's
My
gonna
time.
do? What that's gonna do is for our lettuce cup or our lettuce wrap, it's gonna add nice crunch to it, nice vinegar, nice bite to it. It's gonna have a little sweetness with the mango.
And it's a good crunch. The worst thing you want to like that can happen is when you make a meal and everything's the same texture. You know, everything is like mushy. You know, like what we were saying with the typical potato macaroni salad. It's just mushy. So people want to get that crunch. It's another way of like making sure that your brain recognizes that you're eating, being more mindful, having good mouthfeel, that crunch that you have with something like this slaw.
Yeah, perfect. So I went ahead last night and I made crock pot chicken, which you'll see recipes on we've done it multiple times. Very simple, chicken broth, garlic, onion, chicken breast, let it simmer all night. I woke up, I took the chicken out and shredded it. I reheated it with some of the broth, so it's ready to go. So again, it's something you can do ahead of time if you're trying to plan for a party. It's very simple to assemble. We have everything done somewhere.
Oh, sorry.
Very good. So we have our chicken. Get like a nice like ounce or 2 ounce portion of shredded chicken.
get in that nice bib lettuce that's already kind of makes like a little cup.
And if you don't have bib lettuce, you can use romaine, iceberg, whatever. Bib just has like a nice hold to it, like it feels better in your hands. Romaine and iceberg kind of just fall apart.
Yeah, it's true. It kind of like, it's also like a nice smaller size.
Yeah.
A lot of times like they grow it hydroponically, so it has that tiny little disc on the bottom of soil, so it's been grown like in a greenhouse, but it's just like it's really fresh and not a lot of damage is already done to the leaves by it being like harvested outside. So they're all pretty much well intact and perfect for like a little cup,
Yeah.
which is exactly what we made.
All right.
So something different than your hot dogs and your hamburgers, a lot more colorful.
A lot more vegetables.
A lot more vegetables, a lot more crunch, and definitely a lot more flavor.
Right, but you're not, so the point of it is that you're not, when you're trying to cook healthy, some people try substituting things in and out, such as like making a hollandaise sauce and trying to make that healthy, and it's impossible, so it's going to taste horrible. So you can think outside the box and create things that are healthy that you don't think of as healthy. Like Benihana's has the chicken lettuce wraps, and that kind of like takes off, so it's kind of like a play on that.
And it's not trying to do something too much the same, meaning like people were like, well, maybe I should try like a turkey burger instead of the regular hamburger. It's like there's so many different options to be doing. So instead of doing like a turkey burger instead of your typical hamburger, or like a turkey or chicken hot dog, like have something completely different. But I think people would enjoy a lot more, and you'll probably be full with less calories.
That wrap ran, that was another 11.
Our notes.
Our
Sorry.
notes.
We're going haywire right now.
That's our first one. We'll get better. It's 40 calories for one, and it is 7 grams of protein.
And your typical hamburger can go as high as
300, 400, 500 calories, and you feel it all day.
And I want to eat this more than a hamburger.
So you have to enjoy
and I
it
will eat this after we're done.
Yes, we're almost done. We're getting there. All right. So finally, we have our nice fruit, whatever. We have a lemon custard with
Start
a fresh
over.
fruit
We have
compote.
a fruit compote.
We have a sugar-free lemon custard with a mixed berry compote that we have. This is the fruit compote. We're gonna add some monk fruit to
This
it.
thing right here.
And some chiffonade mint. We'll mix it all together. We'll put that on top of our sugar-free lemon custard that I made last night. I'll explain that. And then we have some toasted hazelnut, and we're gonna make a sugar-free Cool Whip orange and vanilla topping. Real quick, because we're gonna have a few more minutes.
That doesn't sound like real quick, but he promised me it was quick.
It does.
So.
Sorry, let me whip this off real quick.
You guys remember the chiffonade thing? Roll it up, make nice little ribbons. We're doing the same thing with the mint.
Correct. Thank you. So, grab like 6, 7, 8 leaves of mint, however much mint you like. If you don't want to use mint, don't use it.
It smells so good.
Yes. So again, we're gonna chiffonade nice and thin. Let me get a few more.
A few more? Yeah, well, that's why I'm here. Here you go.
If you ever go to like herb garden, my mother took me to like herb gardens when I was younger. So I'm very I feel comfortable using herbs. There's chocolate mint, which some people have at home that people forget.
I forgot the
there's
chocolate
also
mint.
other
Okay, I said
other
I'd bring
herbs that you
it.
can try.
It is very wonderful
It smells
smelling.
like chocolate and mint. It's fantastic. And
And
again, it's
I
like
like
0
it. Okay.
calories. Anyway, all right. So we have our mint on top of our raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, and strawberries. In the recipe, I said cut the blueberries in half. I immediately saw how bad of a decision that was because you're cutting every blueberry in half. You don't have to do that. Just put it in whole.
Yeah.
We have some of our monk fruit. Same as if you were making like strawberries shortcake with the strawberries and the sugar and all that. Except monk fruit, we're not adding any colors.
You wouldn't do a 1-to-1 ratio with sugar to monk fruit, would you?
Splenda is 1-to-1. Monk fruit.
Wait, is it 1-to-1?
I typically use more monk fruit just because it's not as sweet as like Splenda, so it's kind of gauge it off of however you want to use it.
Yeah, figure out your level of sweetness. I mean, your fruit's gonna be sweet too, so this is just adds a little bit extra.
Yeah, so gingerly toss it together because the raspberries and blackberries you want to keep a little bit whole. And you let that kind of, same thing, the more that those flavors meld together, if they're like 30 minutes, an hour before serving, you're good. And the plate, no, not the plate, sorry. Where's our Cool Whip?
Our Cool Whip is in the fridge.
Cool Whip. So to save time, sugar-free, fat-free Cool Whip that you can find. I don't have a recipe for you for a sugar-free whipped cream just because it's very hard because you need stabilizers like gelatin.
It's very hard to make.
Right, just buy it. To this, we have some vanilla bean. We have some fresh vanilla bean.
And this is what fresh vanilla bean looks like. Can you just get this at the store? They sell this
Yeah.
right at ShopRite.
Yep.
So even though it looks very exotic, it's actually right down the street from me.
And it's really expensive. It's like
Very expensive.
$10, $14 for 2 beans, but it goes a long way.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't know about that. Can I use just extract?
Yes, you can use extract too. If you
Just a
want to.
little
You can
bit.
use a little bit, like a teaspoon or a tablespoon of
I
extract.
have some nice imitation extract. Oh, we have a question.
Another thing you can do is you can actually, if you bought Splenda in bulk, you can actually keep these stems in the Splenda and make like a vanilla Splenda, so you're not wasting everything.
What is monk fruit? We
What
have a
is monk
question.
So the raw, sugar in the raw, right? That company, it sells the brown sugar packets. They created, or they have a product called monk fruit in a roll, and that is a sugar-free, all-natural sugar substitute.
And monk fruit is actually a fruit. It originated in China. It was very hard to harvest and grow over here. They've been able to do that now. So now they're able to grow. It's like a big round fruit and kind of just dry it out, and it's already a sweet taste.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
So to finish up our last 5 minutes, we're going to put together
Our last dish. So we have some orange zest. We'll zest the one orange. We're gonna add the juice to this and just mix it all together. Try to get some in there.
I hate doing that.
I know.
It
They have a
never
zester. It's
really-
easier.
Yeah, you want to get one of those long thin zesters. It's totally worth it because then you end up doing that and it drives you nuts. And then it's a big mess. Like, who really needs that?
The zest is important because it's adding. You're not adding any calories, but you're adding the essential orange oils that are in it, so you get that nice perfume of orange without adding any liquid or any calories.
Josh's hands are clean.
My hands are clean. And Josie's the only one eating it anyway.
I mean,
so it's fine.
honestly, we live inside your phone right now, so you're not going to be able to smell this or eat this, but I just wanted to clarify that we do cook with clean hands.
Yes. All right.
So
So we're just gonna whip it and try to fold it. So fold
I
it, we're
think your
trying to like
stirring
lift it up.
technique is good. I think I can show you some different ways to do that a little better.
So you're trying to keep it light and airy. So you try to fold it on top of each other. So to kind of keep it light and airy. All right. To plate it, we have our lemon custard, which I gave a recipe for. Made the night before.
Which you can find attached to the link. So you'll be able to get all of these recipes as well as with the lemon custard. And then it's really just an assembly thing right now, where you're just putting it down, loading it up with fruit.
It'll look a lot nicer if you had like a nice small glass dish to put it in. Which
Ooh,
I'm
that's
not gonna
good
say
that
is-
we didn't think about.
Yes. Just top of that. And then we have our toasted hazelnuts. And that's our dessert. That dessert runs about 100 calories, 120 calories. It's just fruit. The custard, you can use like a sugar-free lemon pudding or a sugar-free vanilla pudding, or you can make your own custard. Custard traditionally is egg yolks, cornstarch, and like fruit juice, or like lemon juice, orange juice, and milk. To cut the calories, we use skim milk, we use monk fruit instead of sugar. I still put butter in it, I still put egg yolks in it to still give it the shine and the mouthfeel. There's lemon zest in there, so that's our.
So this is
custard.
what we have. We have our. This is
This
what we
is
did.
it.
Way to stick with us. Our corn salad,
Our East
chicken.
Carolina shredded chicken lettuce wrap with a mango jalapeno slaw, and our lemon custard with our mixed berry compote and our orange vanilla cream and toasted hazelnut.
Good.
Good?
Want a break?
Ah,
You did it. What a mouthful.
thank you. What time is
All right.
it? Oh, we can make it?
I think we made it all the way to the half an hour.
We did, thank you. This is the first one that we've done. Any comments, any questions?
Tell us what you liked about it.
What you didn't
Ken,
like
tell
about
us
it.
what you didn't. I would prefer you not to. No, I'm just kidding. We do want constructive feedback. Maybe what you want to see next time too, coming forward with the summer or even going forward with the fall, or if you're having like a little dinner party and you need to come up with some recipes.
And we're also thinking of doing a, like, as you do it, we'll do it together. So we can get you to shop for the ingredients ahead of time. And then we can kind of make the dish together so you do it step by step. So anything you guys want to do, let us know. We're open to anything. Again, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for choosing Cooper.
Yeah.
Hopefully we see you around. And that's it.
Okay.
Happy
goodbye,
Memorial Day
audience.
weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, have a good
good
weekend.
one.
Have a good barbecue. Be safe. Don't drink and drive.
Okay.